Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode on Rockin' Dr. Rocks. And over the past 4, 6, or 8, however many it's been, videos, we have been out in the field sampling in old abandoned mine sites, looking at potentially contaminated ground issues, maybe with legacy mining. And so that's over with, and we're going to move into the analytical phase now. So the first step in that is preparation of the samples. And so I'm in the lab where the samples are being stored and being prepared, and I'm just going to show you those. When the students get in here this afternoon, start working with these a little bit more, we'll go through and document exactly what they're doing for preparation of the samples, getting them ready for the geochemical analyses. So for right now, when we bring the samples back out of the field, if you remember these sample bags that we were putting the samples in, some of them are whole rock, like that one was, and then some are soil, like this one. And so what they have been doing here initially is setting them here with the bags open, just kind of air drying down. And it looks like the air drying works a little bit, but these are most likely going to have to go into the oven here for a little bit and dry them down. And then when they come out of the oven, the soils like this are usually pretty hard and pretty stuck together, and so we put them in a mortar and pestle and just pound them up and disaggregate them again. So you see there's several boxes of samples sitting around and just waiting for prep. So through this week we're going to be working on drawing down the samples. We're going to be taking the whole rock like this and pulverizing them into a powder, and we'll probably be doing some of that this afternoon as well. And so we'll be working on that during our lab period today, and again I'll be documenting these steps. And so we're looking at probably a week. This is the week prior to spring break, and so next week is spring break. This week my intention is hopefully they'll be able to get their samples dried down, they'll be able to get them prepared, pulverized, ready to go. So when we come back from spring break, which is 2 weeks from today, then we can start the X-ray fluorescence analysis and look at the geochemical signatures that we're getting out of these samples. So sit back and enjoy. Students will be here shortly, and when they are, we'll get started again. So thanks for watching. See ya in a minute. Okay, so this is a screen pan under it. Doesn't really make any difference. This is fine grain, which is probably good to see what you got, but you can take kind of bang that up in there a little bit to kind of disaggregate it as much as you can, and then dump it in here and just sieve it through here, and that'll help get all the organic junk out of there a lot easier. And then if there's dirt hung up to the roots and whatnot, you can break them down, but you can see better when you start processing that. So everybody can do that with their samples that have organics in it, grass and that kind of stuff. When they're dry, kind of break it down. When you pull out of the oven, put it through a screen into a pan, and that'll be good to separate the organics out. So there's no critical screen size you have to use. I just grabbed one. You can use whatever over here, and try to get that broken down so we can get the organics out.
Is this one for you guys? Is there another one around?
Yeah, we're gonna try to see if it works.
Okay, we'll see how this one does. We also got a rocket.
So it looks like that is a pan, and I'd find I think there was one over here that was like 0.7. Yeah. So this is 7,100 microns, so about 3/4 of a millimeter. Good luck getting it apart. These things are just beat to pieces. So they've been extremely abused over the past few years.
Good.
Well, what size is it? We don't want grass going through. So see, this is 1.5 millimeter. I was trying to keep it closer to a millimeter and under. I'd try to pull these apart and put it through that top one there. Just huff on it.
You can get GPA memberships. It's like Gold Prospectors of America. It's like the battle pass.
Okay.
Pretty much.
That's in the corner.
There's a rock.
Yep.
There's certain spots they have
Okay.
like national claims.
The rock was sitting right on top of the old samples.
So, that's the bag right there. So you might want to wash these if they're muddy or anything. You can use that to scoop the rock in back into your bag, maybe. It's probably not critical if you touch it. In fact, for the rock samples, it probably won't be a bad idea to, if it's got dirt and stuff on it, you can actually wash them, get the dirt off, and then we dry it so you can touch it. Then. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to.
It might kill you.
This one's not one of the ring. Oh wait, this is actually one of the white elephants. This was the one that was weirdly radioactive.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah. It was what 3 times background.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I think.
See, and then you can take this and kind of, mash it in a little bit. Just kind of touch it, and that'll help break up and get stuff down in. Break up the dirt.
They're in the hallway at the end.
So then
We'll be on this wall. It's go like 20 feet down.
So it's going to be a little bit of process to separate this stuff.
Can you touch this?
Okay, another thing, you guys, for whole rock samples, if because those we definitely are going to take and break up with your rock hammer into smaller pieces. But if there's a lot of dirt and mud and gunk on it, you can wash those, and then we can break it, and you can just stick them in the oven and dry them, so we know they're dry. So the rocks aren't as critical that you can touch those with your hands, because you might end up washing them. In fact, it'd probably be good if we did. So how much is under there? How much is gone
Not
through?
a whole lot. I think we're going to try to get a bigger sieve.
Yeah, that's plenty for a sample.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now there's a lot of organic in there, but again, the organics are so
a
light,
cookout.
they're not going to be on the detect side.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be part of your particles, but it's not going to be that big of a deal as far as analytical.
This was the one we can't give out. We were running in here, remember when I took one
Oh yeah, all this wet stuff. Yeah.
We should look at our GPS points.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and this oven works over here too. There's just not an overrun or a temperature set, but there's a thermometer sticking out the top. You just have to turn it on and just watch it, just so you don't get over 100 C or 212, whatever that thermometer is set to.
Good stuff.
I think it's a C.
We're not going to 100?
Yeah, degree C.
Okay. That's at
Yep.
60 down there,
So-
so let's try about 3 maybe.
Ooh, that'd probably be too high. I'd try it 2. Yeah. Yeah, if I remember I did that, and I set that at 60, but I didn't mark it up higher.
Okay.
So
That looks like you're in a little bit.
oh, now we got to make sure it's plugged in. Oh, it is.
Yep.
Lights on.
It
Okay.
Where we took one off our bank, and we took one off like where the larger deposits were. Like there's big.
Okay, so this is metallurgy lab, and it's got the pulverizer shatter box, it's called. Okay, so it's got a crank handle on it that gets locked by this button in here, and so when you unlatch it, this goes down, and then this kicks out of the way, and then you pick this up, and then somebody grab that puck real careful. It's really heavy, and just set it right up here. The whole thing. The whole thing. Yep. Okay, and then pull the lid off. Okay, and so there's 2 rings inside of this one with no ring seal on it. Okay, so when you put your sample in, they need to be like thumbnail size, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, because you fill in this space, you can fill in this space. And so, can you open that bag and just dump that in there? So I'm gonna crush this. I know what it is, and I'm gonna use it for just an example here, and then we're gonna also use this for an example when I show you how to use XRFs and see what it is. So you put that back on, and that's set, and then this comes back over. And then hold that button down and then you tighten. Go ahead and hold it down so you can hold it. And this doesn't have to be real tight, but probably like that, and then let it up, and then it will lock in there, and it looks good. Okay, the timer we don't think works. So that's 0.
I just want to see what you guys are doing for the
2.
soil samples.
Let's see if it's 2. Let's see if it works. Okay, check your watch anyway, just for grins in case.
For 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get a plug? No, there. It was this button right here is it on off. When we tried it this morning and it didn't turn it off, we apparently had to hit it to turn it on. So you don't even hear anything smashing in there. And this does not look like it's moving, so we'll just have to time a couple minutes. Sounds like it's going.
Yeah. A little bit of dust like last time, but I checked and everything's still closed.
Dust is coming. It's crazy.
It's about 30 seconds off. Everything else.
Big rubber O-ring's not sealing as good as they. Well, it is though. I mean, it's not getting out of there, and it's a completely different color.
Yeah.
So that's coming from somewhere else. Oh, you got new baggies?
Yep. I have a
Oh, okay.
brand new sample bag in
Okay,
here.
good. Okay. So everybody left you alone?
I think Raynard was upstairs crushing the fines.
Well, that's right. Yeah, he's running through the.
And
then Richard
I
went
just
off
saw
on you.
Richard, yeah, a few seconds ago.
That's pulverized rock. So rocks go in, powder comes out. There he is. You thought you went home.
So the problem was, he was saying, there's like a reset on top of that time dial. There's a white button.
It's supposed to be an on-off switch.
Okay.
But it doesn't work, so that's why they put this one on. But sometimes, look at that. Actual work going on. No work here. Okay, so whoever ends up being here at the end of the day can just take those baggies and stick up in the shelf up there, and then you can use these again as you dry and crush and whatever you do. You can transfer into a new bag. And again, do what you can this week. If you're not done, that's fine. We'll just continue when we get back after spring break. So we're just gonna. I'm glad we got everything sampled.
There was one where. Or 2:30.
Mortar and pestle work over here. Is that working pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, you've already done several of them, huh? Mm-hmm. Are they drying really quick?
Yeah.
Good, because they're probably relatively drying.
Yeah, there's just some that are more organic than soil, so that's kind of what's taking
Okay.
longer.
Was that precise enough that when we were at one location to give you different permits?
Appleton is the one, the conglomerate that's the gold one, so we can find location. on the map. If we have the other ones because it's up the road.
Pulling your chair from under you.
Well, sample 9 would be, yeah, really fast.
Students get in the elevator, I take the stairs. What do you say about that, Ed? Students are taking the elevator, too lazy for the stairs. Boy, camera in the mic. This is my camera for YouTube. You're going to be on YouTube now.
Great.
Yeah, I did last summer. Yeah. Yeah. So I filmed we got 4 teams in design. So I filmed each of theirs, and now we're doing the processing. Then I'll do a video on the XRF too when they start doing that.
It's definitely a nice, man.
And that's it for our sample prep. See ya.